Tonight, I would like to welcome Tasos Demetriou and Galina Constantinides, respectively Director of Admissions and Senior Admissions Counselor of the University of Nicosia. Together, and that includes you as well, dear friends, we're going to place remote studying under the microscope and explore how universities are adapting to ensure students' readiness for the workplace remains unaffected. Tasos and Galina, welcome.
First, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to you and Al for organizing this special webinar. This is an opportunity for us to exchange lessons learned and best practices, and to identify, of course, the priorities for our university environments. Thank you very much.
Just something, Tasos, I wanted to start, because as I see, Galina is, maybe she has some technical issue. Thursday, universities closed down because we had this new announcement from the government. How easy was it to go back to normal in a sense of operational, right? Not back to normal, but working.
How easy it is to go back to normal, or
how was it? How was the experience generally?
Well, we were prepared. We were well prepared a month ago, a month before the closure. So we were very well prepared, and everything was and ran smoothly. So we didn't face any really problems.
Are you working more hours or less hours now?
We are working more hours, to be honest with you, because we have to go through planning again, and everything is, we're trying to get used to the new reality. So we have to work, and we dedicate more hours to that.
Okay. I think we lost Galina, as I mentioned before. So let's give us. That's all. I just wanted to ask you something else before we start getting into the conversation.
Yes.
What do you think is the biggest challenge nowadays as the director of the admissions to manage your team?
What are the most, although challenging to achieve, Leonidas, given that some services such as tutoring are based upon actual face-to-face interaction with students, we have effectively managed to carefully, I must say, evaluate and introduce remote advising strategies. And this is the major part, and that is extremely difficult. That was extremely difficult in an effort to encourage students to engage in remote communication. So I would say that something that's extremely challenging, and was extremely challenging, is communication.
Okay.
I would say that another important factor is setting clear expectations to all admission officers, and that is something that is also very challenging. And last but not least, I would say it's technology-related issues that we'll have to face on a daily basis.
Okay, good. We have Galina with us. Let me put her in the frame. Dear Galina, how are you?
Hi.
Galina?
I'm okay, and I'm excited that I am here with you all, and especially with you, Leonidas. Thank you for the invitation. It's really an honor. And I think that giving us this opportunity to discuss so important topics and to engage in such a discussion, and really to share the conversation and knowledge, it's remarkable, and to give us the opportunity to reflect on our new realities, which is the new normal, as I can say, with the lockdown and everything around us.
Okay. Galina, I think we have a small technical problem with you. I don't know what's going on there. Thank you so much, Galina. It's an honor for us having you and Tasos on today's discussion, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of moments through this live that we will discuss different things. And as I know, you and Tasos You have a lot of experiences and knowledge around the subject that we're discussing. So we're looking forward to share this valuable information. Thank you so much, Galina. Okay, so dear Tasos, let's start the whole discussion. So I think it's really important to see and go for the first question is, are universities at the end of the day ready for this transition?
Yes. Okay, before I answer the question, please allow me to share with you some information that was featured in study portals, if I'm not mistaken, on the 18th of January 2020.
Yeah,
that was nearly 2 months before the decision to move to remote learning.
Okay.
Where there is one Cyprus-based university on their top 10 list of European universities offering distance learning degrees. And that university is the University of Nicosia, which is among the list together with the University of Oxford, the Swiss School of Business and Management, and the Stockholm University of Sweden. So as you understand, we were ready even before the coronavirus issue was introduced. Now, I must say that while a number of universities across the world are still struggling with how to continue teaching during the crisis, universities in Cyprus and specifically the University of Nicosia have been prepared, and we have very effectively managed to stop face-to-face teaching for lectures and move to remote participation from day one of the coronavirus outbreak. Now, universities in Cyprus operate as normal, and our academic calendar is unchanged. We have managed to move all lectures and tutorials, and where possible, practical classes to online delivery mode since day one. Much planning and work in recent years, and specifically the last weeks, have gone into preparing the university for the delivery of online learning across all disciplines. And I must say that we are in a position to also deliver online learning for the fall 2020 and spring 2021 semesters, if required, for all conventional programs.
Good, good.
Now, just to conclude, Cyprus University's response to the virus had varied, of course, but in general terms, universities to safeguard, first of all, students, staff, and the community. Things are moving very, very quickly, and all universities have managed to mobilize staff and students, of course, in what is now a national effort. Much, of course, will depend on how the pandemic plays out, but if the coronavirus persists for a year or more, academia will, of course, be redefined, in my opinion, at least.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. One question that is really important, Galina, and I think this is also one question that I heard from a lot of students. And basically, it is, now, how can you preserve students' focus? Because, you know, working and being in class, working from a specific campus, having your own cafeteria to go and have your break, then go to class, then go and discuss directly face-to-face with your lecturer. All of a sudden, all this stays, and we have to do everything from home, each one from his own home. So the question is how unis preserve the students' focus, dedication, and well-being, that is a big discussion, in this crisis.
Absolutely, very important question. And different universities across the globe has reacted to in different ways. And there are many success stories in that. Of course, I will mention the unique success story in that, because we're trying really hard to remain next to our students in this difficult time.
Galina, one minute, sorry, because we didn't hear you, sorry, Galina, we didn't hear your answer because we have lack of connection. I don't know, something is going on. Can you please try to reconnect and so we have your answers clearly? Okay, Tasos, I will continue with you because it seems that we have a problem with Galina again. What are the technologies that are used and to sustain the quality of University of Nicosia despite this crisis and everything? What new technologies are you using? I mean, okay, everybody has a laptop, everybody maybe knows Skype, but being able to teach a curriculum, a very specific curriculum, it means that you have to be very flexible and you have to have some technological tools that will be able to keep students focused and at the same time to be able to transfer the knowledge each leading person in each program needs. What are these technologies that are you using?
Correct. Leonidas, please allow me, and I'm gonna sound like I'm trying to promote the University of Nicosia, but these are some basic facts that we have to share so people can understand. Now, the University of Nicosia, I don't know if you are aware, but it is the first university in Europe to receive a 5-star rating for online and distance learning. Now, this distinction, was awarded following an assessment by the QS Intelligence Unit. And this was something that was extremely important for us and for distance learning overall for all Cyprus-based universities. Now, the university was also awarded the E-Excellence label by the European Association of Distance Teaching Universities, as well as the certification for quality in e-learning and excellence in higher education by the European Foundation for Quality in e-learning. As you understand, we were ready. We didn't
so basically you were offering online courses before coronavirus came.
As I've said before, we have been placed in the top 10 list of the top 10 universities in the European Union offering distance learning courses.
Great.
So we were ready. We didn't see the coronavirus coming, but we were ready. It is essential to note that these awards, especially the 5-star rating for online and distance learning award, was based on the quality standards, Leonidas, as well as the strategy, the infrastructure, the expertise, and of course, the human resources required for the excellent delivery of distance learning and e-learning programs. The University of Nicosia, just to conclude and answer your question, offers innovative distance learning programs at both bachelor and master level, and we currently use the most up-to-date technologies and learning design theories to deliver our courses.
Okay.
We have been using Moodle. Moodle is an acronym for modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment, and is absolutely the online educational platform that provides custom learning environments for students.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's an open platform that you can
Correct.
customize on top of it. Okay,
Absolutely
good.
correct.
Tasos, well, thank you so much, because
Yes.
you give me an amazing opportunity
Sorry,
now
I
to
cannot-
state one question for the people that are watching us. So the question is this one. If you are a uni student watching this, type in the chat what you miss most from campus life.
Yes.
And the reason I'm stating this question is because all of us being students, I think campus life has amazing moments, amazing experiences that we go through by connecting with people, talking with people, but also by sharing different stories and moments. Now, all of a sudden, we have this coronavirus situation that stopped us from being on campus. So the question, I think, is really valuable. What is that thing that you miss most from campus life for all the students? I would really like to see your comments in the chat so we can discuss about it a bit. That's all. Until we have some comments in the chat, there's one question here from Behruz B. It's is for Galina, but unfortunately Galina is not with us because of the technological issues. I hope she will be able to connect. Despite the obstacles, how can we use this crisis as a way to expedite innovation in education?
Well, okay, that's an interesting question. Can you repeat the question, please?
Taking advantage of COVID-19 situation, the crisis, how can we expedite innovation in education?
Well, I believe that education should define all universities' unique learning experiences. So innovation is part of that experience, I would say. Now, innovation in the university, in my opinion, go hand by hand. And the university should reflect all technological distinctive characteristics, of the innovation aspects of the community, the university in general, the many stakeholders that make up the university environment.
Sorry, Taso, allow
yes.
me, Taso, sorry. One thing that I know through my research is that University of Nicosia is using blockchain for the certificates, right?
I missed that. Sorry, I missed that. Can you repeat, please?
University of Nicosia, through our research, we found out that it's using blockchain for rewarding the certificates.
Correct. We are the first and only university in Cyprus, of course, and we're the first university in the world to offer the blockchain feature, if you like, offering degrees and allowing our students to even cover tuition fees and other expenses through blockchain. Okay. We are the first university in the world that has managed to successfully and effectively establish the innovation, if you like, of blockchain.
That's great. I think this is a very good answer in the question we had. How to expedite innovation in education, because I think you are already one institution that you're working on this even before the crisis, and maybe that's something very unique, and that's one of the basic reasons we chose you and Galina to be on this live discussing about remote studying. Okay, so we have also here Moises Harpas, our friend, and also University of Nicosia offers free online courses on digital currencies. Thank you very much, Moises, for the comments. We have two questions here from Gunnar Larsson. What about healthcare? Do you have any opinions on virtual health? Okay, is the university preparing any program around virtual health courses? I don't know, maybe e-health, yeah.
Well, The University of Nicosia, first of all, offers in cooperation and coordination with the St. George's Medical School of London, the medical degree.
Okay.
In addition to that, we are offering a number of master degrees that within the discipline of the health industry.
Okay.
So we do offer a number of health related, if you like, virtual
reality,
if you like, but this is something that to be more reliable in my answer and to be in a position to answer that question, we need to go back to the medical school, and maybe they will be in a different invitation, be in a position to answer these questions more thoroughly.
Okay, good, thank you. We have two answers here from what people are missing from Campus Live. Elizabeth Curti, very good friend, coffee time. She's going to be, by the way, our speaker next week about gaming. An amazing
I know.
You know her,
Dr.
right?
Elizabeth, she's an excellent gamer.
Okay. And we have also another one from Davidian. I wish I could be a student again. I would miss the library most. Okay. It seems we have a number of answers. We have Galina again. I hope this time, Yasu Galina, how are you?
Hi.
Galina, it seems today it's not your day with technology.
I guess it made it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it made it a bit more interesting. Galina,
and gave Tasos more time.
It gave Tasos more time. I think Tasos loves talking as I do too, so he didn't find any issue about it. Galina, I want to go back to this question. I want to go back to this question that you start answering, and please give us your answer on the question of how the university preserves students' focus, dedication, and well-being.
True. Yes, as I said, and I started talking about it, it's a very important topic, and many universities deal with this in different ways. And there are many success stories. However, I believe that UNIC has done an amazing job in that. And we have created several services which were existing. We just moved them online. And of course, we enhanced them and we made them better for our students and offer the opportunity for them to be more engaged. Such things that we're talking about would be, for example, our Student Success Center support, which supports students with academic material and makes it easier for them to study. That is moving and has moved online. We have created chats on the portal for students to place questions in immediate answer. And of course, we have the academic advising support, which is the bone of any university. And right now, provisions to move that online as well. Our pre-registration for the next semester is starting very soon, and students will be able live online to register for their courses with the support of an expert academic advisors. And of course, I believe that this will be done through the services the university has, the technologies that can utilize, of course, and communication. Good communication at all levels.
Okay, good. Thank you. I will go for the second question with you, Galina, once we have you here with us now, because I hope we're not going to have any issues technological again. Do you think we will return back to the traditional campus-based education?
That's indeed a very interesting question with a lot of uncertainty right now, because we are in a lockdown And in most countries, we don't know what is going to happen and how governments will react. I personally can say I believe that we will definitely return to the traditional university, and we will be hanging in our cafeterias and libraries and enjoy the student life. However, there will be a lot of changes. There will be the new normal, as some experts already discussed this topic. And I believe that definitely our life will change, and we will see more technology, we will see more artificial intelligence, we will see more automation, definitely. And definitely we will see more university going online with online courses. We at the moment are one of the largest universities in Europe that offer courses online, and we have successfully received QS stars 5 actually for online learning. And as a case study, in Cyprus, we were the first university that went totally work from home and online education immediately before even the lockdown started, when things were getting a little bit. So definitely there will be, the traditional university, but we will see a lot of new changes in the educational arena globally. And we will see that technology will be more utilized, definitely, in all aspects.
Okay, one question,
and
because
automation,
I have
as
one
I said.
question. Sorry, I have one question here that is really important. What role does admissions have in supporting prospective students in the new normal?
Excellent question. We have so much. First of all, I will start with our...
Galina, sorry, allow me to put Tasos also in this frame as the director of admissions,
definitely.
because it's really important to see both of you how this thing will work. Okay, so let's go.
Okay, so as I started, and I will just answer very quickly, and then Tasso can take over. But what we have managed to do in admissions, we have our live chats with admission counselors, and students can chat with us on Skype and book an appointment, and we give them counseling and support for their admission application live, which is very important.
Wow, very nice.
And that has been done, and it's running already for the last, since the beginning of this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
As an admission. Tasos can add a few other things that we have done.
Well, Galina covered most of it, but I would just like to add that, as I've said before, we have managed to, and as I've said, this was challenging, given that some services such as tutoring, as I've said, are based upon actual face-to-face interaction with students. We have effectively managed to evaluate and introduce remote advising strategies like the ones Galina just mentioned, in order to encourage students to engage in remote communication with the admissions department, and not only prospective undergraduate students, but students at the master level and PhD level as well.
Great. I think that's great news, because it seems that from the moment that a student will decide to come and discuss with you guys about entering the university, there's a whole strategy in place how to welcome him under the specific circumstances that we live in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, something that is really important, and I just wanted to mention it, dear Tasos. Now, we have a number of internships going on, right? Now, how can a student get an internship if they can't access a traditional workplace?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Well,
I think it's a very challenging question because we know and we have until today experienced that the norm that says that internship, you have to be in the place of a specific company to experience this thing. So how can we do this? And we know it's a very important element of university.
Let me just start by saying that nearly 45% of internships at the University of Nicosia turned into, during the current semester, of course, they have been converted to remote internships.
Good.
So that's, as you understand, this is a high conversion rate.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, we all know that practical experience and internships give students that hands-on experience they need. And I personally feel that quality internships are essential to develop key skills that students cannot get in a classroom environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, learning how to function in a real-world business environment is, I would say, all part of the internship experience. And under the current circumstances, I am very well aware of many workplaces, especially overseas, to be honest with you, that offer opportunities in working with team members who may not be in the office. Now,
Mm-hmm.
new workplace flexibility policies allow for remote work, and well-structured remote work environments are becoming a formal component of where internship programs are heading to.
Okay.
A second and last item, in my opinion, to consider, Leonidas, is that remote internship opportunities appear to be most attractive to most internship candidates. And it is important here to note that Generation Z or Z members grew up with the technologies that make remote work possible. Mm-hmm. So any employer, including the University of Nicosia, who offers this opportunity will of course have more candidates that would be interested to work for.
Okay, I think Gen Z, Tasos, just to add on what you just mentioned, they're much more comfortable with the remote internship.
Yes, exactly.
So
exactly,
it's amazing. It's the new generation that
they grew up with these technologies, Leonidas. They grew up with these technologies, so it's much more easier.
That's what 2 words: digital natives.
Yes.
One comment that I have here from our friend Moises Harpas. Also, University of Nicosia is the first that you can pay your tuition fee with Bitcoin. With that, students can pay their fees online and help them now with the COVID-19. Thank you so much, Moises, for this comment. I just wanted to add something. The first rule in the university that was willing to get paid with Bitcoin is the University of Nicosia, and it's something that we have to be proud as a country. Yes, sorry, Tasos, you want to say something?
No, I will just mention the Bitcoin
yes.
before, so yeah.
Okay, good. Now, I wanted to ask something and go back to Galina. Galina, how can remote study basically impact the psychological well-being of students? Because we are social animals, right? We want to interact with people. If it goes to a personal level, I can admit that it's really difficult. The last few weeks I'm struggling because I really like being with people, sitting in the same place, being able to discuss face-to-face, have a coffee, laugh and everything. And all of a sudden I have to work from home. Now, I have some experience in life, and let's say it helps me sometimes I rely on this to go on. Now, a student that is just 20 years old, he started university 1 year ago, and all of a sudden COVID-19 comes and he has to study from home. What is the impact?
The impact, indeed, it's dramatic. And indeed, when we're talking about 2018 at the university, sometimes we have early school students that have completed school, their A levels when they were like 16 or 17, and they're in a new country. So I will pick up on what you said at the beginning. Yes, we are social beings and we need each other. That is the truth. This is the society that we live. We have been raised up to need each other and to be around and to socialize. So suddenly we're in a situation where this socializing, it has to turn into social distancing. And indeed, that can affect young students. And what we have done at the University of Nicosia with different services again. The first service, which is one of our, we're very proud of KC Center, which is our research and psychological support center that has gone also online and supports students with needs. Good. That are experiencing emotional challenges, stress, homesickness. Students are worried about their families. Some of our students, have families abroad. We are a community of over 30,000 members, students, 12,000 students and growing, faculty, staff, alumni, and everybody has something right now to worry about, either family abroad or a member that might have gotten sick or is poorly. So we see a lot of emotional challenges with our students, and we're dealing one-on-one situations. We also have our school psychologist colleague who is on campus, full-time job, at the Office of Admissions. And that colleague deals, it's the first aid stop for students that are experiencing some kind of challenges on an emotional level in order to address them and immediately react with the referral.
Okay.
And this is
one
very
question, Galina, sorry.
Yes.
I think you focused more on the element of the psychological element and how to, the well-being, and it's this was the question. I just want to add one more thing because I have here a friend, Al Davidian, that makes a very an amazing question that I think we have to discuss it. How will we replace life skills factor that a lot of people are growing up through studying with professors and peer-to-peer, and all of a sudden we want them in the halls or in their house to study? How are we gonna substitute this element, the life skills element? Because I'm in front of a laptop and I'm just talking or watching my courses online. I don't have any human interaction, and I cannot develop life skills through this way if there's no program in place for this. Are you doing something about this?
Yes, definitely. Our Career Success Center has done a lot on that, because they used to have all the live presentations on life skills, on different factors, self-esteem, developing yourself, etc. That has also gone on live. If students go or anybody visits our site, they will see that we have live events almost every other day in order to address these issues and support the students. We have done 3 more things though. Through our student portal, we have created a question, Ask UNIC, where students can ask different questions, and they can select the department to which it's addressed. And therefore, an individual will personally call a colleague and engage with the student in order to address the needs of the student. And these are all thanks to technology. And of course, our developing team is working constantly on increasing these services that will bring the students still to a real person in order to help them with support, depending on the issue that they have. And
Good.
also,
yes.
If I can
Yes,
add
please.
one more very important thing, because I believe we were the first university that we created a site on our website where as soon as the COVID started, we started updating all the important information, and student has access on a daily basis, minute by minute, to follow what are the new developments, what is happening, so they get informed. They can also check that website and keep themselves involved with the newest information.
Good, good. Thank you so much. Now, I just wanted to ask Tasos. Tasos,
Yes.
really, one of the challenges I think you have is, okay, so the assessment element, the remote assessment and admissions. Basically, until today, as admissions, I had to come there, you had to meet me in person, discuss, share some thoughts, ideas about different things, see if I'm 100% sure what I want to study, explain the program, explain the curriculum to me. Once I'm ready, we move on, and you take me basically from the hand and take me through the process of how to register and all the things. How do you do it today? And you're the head of this admissions, right? You're the director.
Correct.
So, I mean, it's a very challenging element. How do you deal with it?
Good question. Now,
Also, it's third time that you told me good question. Thank you so much, Rafile.
You're welcome. Now, besides adapting to a new style of teaching, universities and admission departments will need to have clear plans about how they will provide certain services to students. Such services, as you said, include advising, application assessment, interviews where necessary, and of course, admission. Fully online versions of such services have been introduced, and they exist to support prospective students. In my opinion, Leonidas, remote assessment and admission of students has a number of advantages that we really didn't realize before going into going to the remote environment we are now.
Normal.
For example, sorry?
I think it's very normal. If you don't try it, you won't know. So
absolutely, you're absolutely right. For example, reduction of admission, let's say, process time, as it allows students to fill their application form at their convenient time in a more comfortable environment of their houses. There are no geographic boundaries. That's another important factor. Candidates can now fill an application from anywhere in the world. It reduces, if we look at it from an environmental perspective, it reduces paperwork, as it is no longer required to print and store admission forms. Data is anyway filtered electronically through the eligibility criteria, so we get to have checks so that only eligible candidates can apply. Productivity is enhanced, as it seems, and as a result, the admissions department can utilize these manpower resources in other activities. And generally speaking, there is an increase also as far as the accuracy and reliability of the department is concerned, due to limited, if you like, human involvement.
Okay. That's one question. Sorry.
Yes.
One question really fast. Does assessment mean also, we have a question here from our friend Altavidian, does it mean also taking exams remotely?
Now, that's a major issue. Now, as far as remote exam taking is concerned, Leonidas and Al, I would like to point out that the University of Nicosia and most of the universities all over the world are at the stage of evaluating and introducing, I must say, different applications, different softwares to monitor all exam activity in real time. That's difficult
That's huge.
to do.
That's huge.
Yeah, there are many available now. If you like, there are many available applications, and that will provide, if I can say, a safe and fraud-free environment, preventing cheating on online exams by securing and monitoring exams, ID verification, random screenshots, etc. I don't want to name any software.
No, I think there's no reason of naming.
There are ways to safely introduce remote exams as well. Yes.
Okay,
and
good.
We are doing it, and we're doing it very effectively.
Good. Taso, let's see the next question I want to ask our dear friends that are watching us. And the question is, Taso, I would like you also to answer this question. If you were going back to uni now, type in the chat what subject you would like to study online. Taso, what, dear friends watching us, we would love to hear and see your answers. What would you like to study online?
Definitely psychology.
Also, you, what, sorry?
Definitely psychology during these times, especially. I don't know. I think the period now is, strange for everyone. And I think psychology would be something that I would love to go, if I have spare time, to study online, or maybe some kind of a social science program of study as well.
Okay. Galina, yeah.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Galina, what would you like to study?
Law.
Law, why?
I don't know. Actually, that was one of my first choices in career, but I couldn't follow that. I follow something closer to my heart. So this, I think law and being flexible with my time online will give me the opportunity to invest the time in that.
Okay, I think by the way, you can study even now. That's why in Galina.
Yes, we can, of course.
Okay, that's good.
We will
enroll. We're trying to get there.
That's why I think you can find the time.
We will.
Yes.
I think we will consider enrolling in one of the online courses at the University of Nicosia.
That would be a great option. Huh? We have one here, answer MBA in public administration. Let's see what other selections we'll have from our friends here that are watching us this moment. I think I would focus on engineering.
You like
so
engineering?
Far away from me,
yeah.
But I don't know. I think it would be a subject that I would go for online now. Okay, because of the profession I'm in, learning is never ending. We have to read. Maybe it's not the official education through university, but
this is true for everyone.
I think it is, and that's exactly the one of the elements that we have to decide to choose what is more important for us. Okay, one of the questions that I would really love to hear both of your opinions, because it's one question that is going on and on and on, and I don't see really universities focusing. And the question is this one: how can the business community play a role in the remote model of uni education? And generally, how can we utilize the business community in maybe preparing our students for the remote working environment? Galina, you want to go first?
Okay, that's a huge question. I'm sure that Tasos can talk endlessly on that. With his industry experience as well, and as the director. But on my perspective, I see that this is indeed a question that, will put all our societies out there in order to come across any challenge, because the business community is very important to the universities, of course, and there is always a link between the two in order to succeed and prepare the new job employees, the new graduates from the university to enter the job market. And of course, there is always have to be a synergy between the two. And here I want to say that definitely we have to see the big and dynamic role of the business communities in order to make that leap forward and that change, to engage more technology, to engage more artificial intelligence and innovation, and to offer new opportunities for the graduates. Because as we course to avoid the ripple effect of this pandemic, businesses have to amp up to it.
Okay.
And they have to pivot to the new normal, as I said.
Okay, thank you. Let me bring Tasos in the frame, just for the sake of hearing his opinion. Yes.
I would just like to add, to Galina's note that, in my opinion, the business community should consider, if you like, a specific bucket of ingredients or elements, if you like. One extremely important ingredient is communication between universities and the business environment. This is something that's extremely important. Another important ingredient or element, I would say, is setting clear expectations of what business want from university education. And that's where, in a way, internships come in. This is also a very important factor. Last but not least, of course, is, as Galina very correctly stated, technology. The technology that is used to allow the business environment and the students and the universities to communicate using a variety of methods that will allow for all of us to go one step further.
Great. Thank you both. Let me start from you, Tasos, so we slowly wrap up the whole thing. What are the final takeaways from the discussion today through your lens?
Well, okay. I believe that, as I've said, although challenging to achieve, Leonidas, given that some services
sorry, can you?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, yes. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Given that some services, such as tutoring, face-to-face interaction with students, clear plans that need to be improvised, if you like, we need to effectively manage and carefully evaluate the whole situation and introduce remote techniques where, if we are able, and I believe we are, to encourage students to engage. That's a key word, in my opinion, to engage in remote communication, to engage with the other students, to engage with the faculty, to communicate with each and every one. And this, in order to be done and to be effectively brought forward, needs our support, the university support, administrative staff support, instructor support, the board of directors support. And this is something that we have effectively managed to utilize. And this is something that we have effectively managed to enhance. And I believe, although Cyprus is a very, very small country, the private universities in Cyprus are already there competing with some of the most well-known universities in the world. And this, in my opinion, Leonidas, sums everything up.
Good. Thank you, Tasos. Galina.
If I can, yes. Can I add something to what Tasos said? Of course.
Please.
I have a. Yes, I would like to add that, definitely it is important that I believe that there will be no back to normal. I believe that innovation and adaptation is valuable in order to make this new normal from now on. And as part of that, I want to add that the University of Nicosia, as one of the largest private university in Cyprus, it's a business institution as well, not only educational. It's a business establishment, and we just have received number 42 on the quality education in 2020 Times Higher Education Impact Ranking, which has awarded the University of Nicosia out of 767 assessment global universities, number 42. This is one of the highest rankings among the universities globally, and the highest ranking between Greek and Cypriot universities. And that shows the great job the University of Nicosia has done in having an impact in its community and an impact in education with its innovation techniques and innovative learning opportunities.
Okay, one more question for both of you, but I need you to answer like really in 30 seconds because it's really important in the sense that I want to keep us in the time frame.
You're not going to give us 5 minutes bonus?
No, I'm not going to give you 5 minutes bonus. No, I can give you, Galina, but I know at the end I will give you 5 minutes, but I said no because if I told you 5, we will go 10. So, Tasos, one message you would like to give to the people out there listening to us. People are going through a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear. Today we're discussing about remote studying. As a person that you're in the educational system, what is the message you would like people to listen from you as the Director of Admissions of University of Nicosia?
As it seems, technology is the winner. Remote studying is the winner. We all need to be patient. We need to have faith. The universities and the education system of Cyprus proved to be here for every single one of students in universities and even the secondary sector of the ministry is also here. I believe that students will have to show the trust that they have already showed to the University of Nicosia and to all universities, generally speaking. And we are going to manage to get through this, I believe, hopefully by the end of the summer. So I believe even if remote studying, it is challenging and extremely interesting, we will manage to hopefully be back to basics and back to base by the fall semester 2020 that commences on the 28th of September. Thank you. I would like to thank you very, very much, Leonidas, for having us. And I'm looking forward for a next webinar with you and Galina.
Next time we're going to have coffee, Tasos, online. Or in your office.
I hope so.
With gloves and masks. Galina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like to give the message that I believe our passion as educators is to improve lives of young people. And young people have to learn to be innovative and to adapt to the changes, to look for new opportunities and not to settle for the normal ones, and to continue with a strong and positive outlook for the future.
Okay. Thank you so much, Galina. Okay, well, I think that's all we have time for this evening. I want to thank Tasos and Galina again for all their valuable insights. And the question is, we will put some links after in the chat about remote study strategies and resources that we will ask from Galina and Tasos to give us and help us, so we can put it there. Also, I want to thank all of you who made this discussion even richer by sharing your questions and points of view. If you joined in the middle, don't worry at all, because the video will be available for viewing here shortly, so just check back a little later. Meanwhile, I hope you will join us next Wednesday, May 6th, for a discussion on gaming and how it offers valuable new skills for tomorrow's job seekers, many of them school-age teens stuck at home, and for experienced professionals and senior citizens also. I wish everyone a very good evening. Thanks again, and see you all very soon.